At james.crid.land, I'm James Cridland, the radio futurologist. This week, a recap of the Next Radio Ideas Conference. Last week in London was the Next Radio Conference, a great fun day with lots of very good speakers. Now, if you read my stuff, all two of you, you might remember that a while ago I wrote about Triple J's Hottest 100, saying at the time that it was one of the world's largest radio events. Ollie Wards spoke at Next Radio, and I liked one of his summing up points at the end about outside broadcasts.
OBs don't necessarily equal event radio. You'll split your audience, you'll change your focus and end up talking to the hundreds or thousands of people that are at your event rather than the millions of people listening at home.
It's a worthwhile 18-minute watch. Also from Australia, and also a great 18-minute watch, Wade Kingsley talked about brainstorming. Brainstorming is bullshit, he said, and highlighted how much we've taken for granted in those horrible brainstorming meetings we're forced to have, which science have proved don't work.
People are more creative when they're in a group, right? So you can have idea sessions or creativity on your own, but you get people in a group and we're going to be more creative. Bullshit. No. Not true. What does the science tell us? In studies dating back to 1987, it's being overwhelmingly proven that people create more innovative ideas when they're on their own.
Good ideas are hard to find, and he gave a good few ideas on how you might get better ones. Valerie Geller is well known to many within radio for good reason. Her mantra of tell the truth, make it matter, never be boring is the fundamental building block of great radio.
The work that I do is just based on three things, and it never changes. People go, oh, what are you going to talk about this time? Because, I've been around for a while. What are you going to talk about this time? And I'm like, it's the same message, because it's what works. Tell the truth, make it matter, and never be boring.
Unbeknownst to her, I added another 5 minutes to her available time, knowing she'd do a great job of it. There are no boring stories, only boring storytellers, as she says. An interesting recurring theme of the conference was listener participation. Top 40 station BBC Radio 1 has undergone a big change, a brand new breakfast show. Alid Hayden-Jones was good enough to share with us a few of the things they'd done. A game of hide and seek with true BBC health and safety treacle, slowing the whole thing down. And a game of pass the pasty, which he said really worked.
Well, despite being the same week that a Mr. Evans over at Radio 2 announced he may be leaving, we still saw record numbers on The Breakfast Show that we haven't seen in a very long time, and that was that week. So we were very happy with that.
Listening to Greg James on the new Breakfast Show was a wake-up call for me. Instead of a morning crew full of self-absorbed chat about showbiz, this new show makes the listeners the star, and quite rightly. It's a wonderful breath of fresh air. It was also fun to hear from Michel Collin, who spoke about selling radio advertisements in sub-Saharan Africa.
I did work with these two guys, Simon and Neron, and we went explaining to a small trader, a small store, how to advertise on radio to making a promotion about the price. And so they started to advertise on this radio, and after that, all the small traders of the town went on radio. It was a huge success, and it's like a small ecosystem of marketing. Once a trader starts, all the other one wants to do the same thing.
Interesting to hear that what works there is the same as what works everywhere. Playing clients other radio ads, giving them great audio, and working with them to understand their business. There were many, many more highlights of the day, and you'll find the whole conference for free at the Next Radio website, where you can also join our newsletter for next year. The address is next.radio. You can get my weekly newsletter at james.crid.land and daily podcast news at podnews.net. And until next time, keep listening. Oh, and here's another speaker of the day, David Lloyd.